It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paycor Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. First carry now. This is Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he's got a Bengals first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. The Bengals at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now he's going to step up and run. His throw incomplete. You look at this Browns defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's the conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
79 Broncos, go!
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a fourth down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Hey, check that. Let's go. Check go.
Now the former volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
2nd and 9 now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else what you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
On first down, Sampson. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Benson. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the 1st down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
This 2nd and 4. Up the middle they go. Sampson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. You talk about this Bengals defense. Well, they've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Let's go now.
They'll try the left side. Sampson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before it's brought down. A good pickup there for the Browns. 15 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Yeah, the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a 1st down.
And it's caught. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain. Second and goal from the 1. Sampson looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. They tried to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal.
Okay, ready? Ready?
Looking to throw. Reeves. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Mike Evans. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Ramsey. A gain of 5. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the Browns' 43-yard line.
Break. 79 Broncos. Go.
Now back to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. They'll drop to throw. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, and now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. He finds his man complete. It's Ramsey. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 1 yard to go on third down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
19 Lions. Panther 60. Panther 60.
On third down, here's Williams. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Javonte Williams with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Browns drive about to get started. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. They work now on 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Reeves setting up the screen for Sampson. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dylan Sampson, 42 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know this can be a tough thing to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season they could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
On 1, ready?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Here we go. Wide 80. Wide shot.
Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
12, 12, 12. Let's get set. Stop.
Now Burrow. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
At the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing to start the drive. Reeves. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. Only able to gain a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Let's go. Nice.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 7-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Reeves toward the pylon. Caught. Touchdown. Mike Evans. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns. Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7.
Bengals 7.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Here we go. Shot.
Burrow looking to pass. And incomplete on a deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Looking to throw. Reeves looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Benson. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Well, he was good as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Off the play fake. Reeves. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Off-play action. Reeves.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Matt Wilson. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Caught by his rookie wideout.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there at 22.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
12. Scott.
Now it's Burrow.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
Oh, he's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. The Browns are going to get the 2nd half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Reeves. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
The coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On 3rd down, Sampson. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 104 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Off the play fake. Reeves. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Looking to throw. Reeves. And he is caught. He's got room to roam. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Dylan Sampson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
From the 22 now, here's a 2nd and 7. Open man is Chase, complete. Short completion, just 4 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
Fair catch.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
23-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have picked up right where they left off in half number one, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now.
On the handoff, this is Judkins.
And some room to work. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 16 yards on the play. And it'll be a second down. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
They'll stay on the ground with Judkins.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
They need two. Here's third down.
Operating from the gun. Reeves. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down. The Browns send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. This is brought in at the 21. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
60 Eagles. Go.
Second and 4. Now we'll tuck this. He can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And all the way in for Cincinnati score. Noah Fant, 74 yards. And the Bengals are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the third quarter.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. That time they're able to bottle him up, and he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. The offense on third down tonight. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Reeves. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Hadn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he will try to run through the entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. He'll drop to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Back to throw now on first down. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Back to throw again. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready?
They'll look to throw. Rifles one, it's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. The rookie was trying to push it downfield. Safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he is caught with the 7-yard line. And the Bengals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the short routes that are being run against them.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Williams is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, one-score game.
Well, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Sanders. Evans has it left side.
Thanks to number 13. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Let's go now.
To throw now. Here's Sanders. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Throwing again, it's Sanders. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. On first down, here's Jenkins. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Touchdown, Browns! A 22-yard touchdown, Brown. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Aubrey good with the PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. This is 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Gets this to Fant. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll come up now on 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thing.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Big pressure coming, and they got him once again. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
19, look, ready. 79, Brock, street. Check, hurt.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
70. Ready.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for Cleveland, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4.